we're struggling actually at the moment. Like I said, it's been tough. Last couple of years have been very tough, and without giving too much away, we've got 3 or 4 lads that are going to struggle coming in the league, and most of them are outside backs. So it's one of those where you have one moment. It's the nature of the beast when you have a squad. You have all these players that fit, and everybody wants a spot. And 3 weeks into it, and you're looking around, and you can't find anybody to play in those positions in your squad. Plenty of forwards fit at the moment, and backs that are just falling off a little bit.
1 or 2 of the forwards who didn't get in your side on Sunday, are you under consideration?
Yeah, they're definitely under consideration. The beauty about where we are at the moment as well is that players aren't playing because they're playing badly. It's just players are in front of them because they're playing better. So it's not like Ben didn't play this weekend because Cloughie needed a start and didn't play that bad, and I dropped him out. Ben didn't play as well as I wanted him to do against Hull at certain things, even though he did a lot of real good stuff. So he dropped out, and that'll be the same this week again. Eamon O'Carroll's fit now; he's ready to go. I know he's ripping up trees in training and trying to get into the side. Ben's fit. McGrath Lulawai, honestly, deserves to be in the side, but I can only pick 17 blokes. And Willie Ice is back after his 1 week suspension. So it's a good spot to be in with our forwards. Our backs, I'm not really sure, like Pat Avan, Tom, LC.
What's up with Pat?
Pat, like, he's just beating up, innit? As he always is on a Sunday morning. It's like, so this, so that.
Halifax had a great win at the weekend over Doncaster, who've been going good. So this is not a team you can at all take lightly.
I don't think it's any of that top half of the championship teams, even anybody in the championship on their ground, are always going to be very, very tough in this fight. So they've got lots of Super League experience in their side. They've got lots of lads that will come out and be ready and willing and able to be able to play as well as they possibly can. So especially when you go somewhere like Halifax, you know it's going to be a tough game. And it's the same with that. If you're going to Featherstone away, you're going to Sheffield away, you're going to Batley, you're going to Halifax. It's that our focus has got to be high. We've got to pick the best team I possibly can to go there and do the best job I possibly can. And if we don't turn up with the right attitude, then we'll end up getting what we deserve. I think that's the message that came straight after the game on Sunday. The cup's important to us, it's special, I say, but there's no second chances in it. You've got to turn up ready to play when you're asked to. Well, that could be it, you spend the rest of the year just watching people playing the cup.
James was all over the media last week, looking to capitalise on Widnes' good start to the season, increase the crowds and whatever, quite understandably so. I think a cup run, probably more than anything else, might be the thing that enthuses the local populace, don't you think?
I think our form and playing well is the thing that's got to enthuse them. So we keep tagging on what we need to do to get the crowds involved. We've won 8 out of our last 9 games at home. I think there's your answer. I don't know whether you look at it from we've had a great start or where we are. We've won 8 of our last 9 games. Our form's been pretty good, no matter how close some of the games have been. For the last 3 games of the season here and these first 6 games here now, I think that's got to be a driving point to everything that goes out there. That this is a team that's got some form at the moment. We need your support to keep making so we can maintain that. Whether it's a cup run or a league run, it's like build it and they will come. They said we need them to start coming.
Looking at the Challenge Cup this year, there are several Super League teams drawn together early on.
It's great, isn't it? That's really good. It's exciting, that.
Does it make it more of an open competition?
No, well, I think that it's quite funny, really. I think when we talk about the Challenge Cup with the lads, it's not that I like to use my own resume a lot of the times and things like that, but I've played in Challenge Cups and I've got to Challenge Cup finals and probably had one tough game along the way. Those kind of things can happen to you, and the nature of the draw, but everybody else is picking everybody else off, and you sort of like just go on the radar and get that good cup run. I think people talked about Wigan last year. I think, we played them in one game, but everybody said that up until the final they hadn't really had a tough game. And no detriment to us at that stage, but they give us a real good scene too in the Challenge Cup at their place. And those kind of things can happen, and a look at the draw, like, you always want to be out of that first. I think that's one of those things that you've really got to hope for more than anything else, and whatever else falls in your way, you just got to be hopeful. But like I say, it's 4 games to the biggest game of the year.
I was going to say, with you, obviously you're past in the competition as well, is it something that ranks pretty high out there for you from a personal point of view as well?
If you'd love to be involved with it, and it's nice. It's nice TV and print, but like my job is to make sure this team performs every single week, and I think they know that we've got players in there. With John, who's been there and won, with Kevin, who's been there and lost, and Clough, who's been there and done a bit of both. So we've got players in there that understand what it feels like, and that it's more powerful coming from them what the cup is. I think my job is to make sure that we're moving in the right direction. We understand where we're going to, but playing in 8 Challenge Cup finals and 5-6 championships and a couple of grand finals and doesn't make them better players or give them any motivation. For me, how we train them, what we put in front of them, that's the thing that's going to motivate them. I don't want to tell them how good I was either. It upsets them.
Some people say that they should be further seeded, Dennis. They want them or some Super League club to come in around. I think there's even talk, has it gone through that the top 8 won't come until last 16 or what have you. How do you feel about that, or should we keep
I haven't no thought to it. All right. If you'd rung me at the beginning of the week and asked me to think about it, I might give an answer. All right. No, I think there's got to be a point where we get to. I don't think this point is a bad point. Like you say, you've got hopefully of some of those amateur sides still in there that keeps that little bit of glamour around that side of it of what it is, where it's covering all aspects of the game, the top end of the amateur game and the lower echelons of the professional game. If you start seeding it to the extent where Wigan are only ever going to play St Helens or Warrington because it makes good TV, I think, like you say, you lose a little bit of that. Is it better for crowds? Is it better for what the cup looks like? I don't know. I think you'd have to have a look at it and see. I think the cup's gone through a little bit of change in the perception of a lot of people out there because of how the season's structured now and where the cup falls. When it was the old style winter rugby and you had everything finished at the end of the year when the Challenge Cup was played, and then you won the league was won, then you went into the first round of the Premiership, then you played the Challenge Cup as the pinnacle of the year, and then you went on and they ended up tagging on the playoff stuff with the Premiership final that grew and grew and grew as well. To tidy it all up and make sure that you weren't killing your assets and relationships to players. The grand finals are rightly so has been made as the pinnacle of the game, and to get there and to be part of that is everything that you drive towards. And then a cup competition gets tagged on the side of it. I think you look at soccer as well, I think the FA Cup's become a little bit of that, and I think that's just the nature of sport. Outside of the Champions League, the FA Cup, it's nice to win and say you've won it, but it's lost its little bit of sparkle, similar to the Challenge Cup. Externally, internally, these all lads, I'll tell you now, everybody wants to play at Wembley here. Every player here wants to go and be involved in that final and wants to be involved in that game. I think that'll be the same all the way through Super League and the Championship. So the perception of it's changed a lot externally, but internally, you know, the players still want to be a massive part of that.